you all. Thank you. Can you hear me without this thing? Yeah. Good. Look, as honored as I am to be here, I wish I wasn't here. I don't want to do this. I don't want it to close. Everybody says to me, why is Kensington Video closing? And I know why. You told me. I told you. He said if it was up to Winnie, if it was up to Winnie, you do whatever, you know. When he says jump, you say how high. If it was up to Winnie, you no, Pam. Pam wants to stay home with her children and grandchildren and all of us from going to videos. You think I'm kidding? All right. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for that. First time I came to San Diego, I moved here in 2000. David Elliott, former critic at the VideoTribute, and David Reeder, who sends you his love and his best. He said you got to go to Kensington Video. I come from Chicago. We had facets. What do I need Kensington Video for? It's going to be like a blockbuster. Boy, was I wrong. I mean, this was like a home away from home. The amount of education that this little store gave to this community is incalculable. Anyone who's ever loved art, who's ever loved movies, went to this store. It saddens me that I'm one of the youngest people in the room that there weren't more young people taking advantage of this place. This was like heaven. You want to know why the real reason they closed? Technology and time. When I was, 1982 was when VCRs came out. I got my first VCR. And that was all, no, beta, get out of here. You're still listening to 8-tracks, get out of here. And I bought it, and it was awful. I hated it, because movies do not exist on little black plastic coffins. They exist on 60-foot screens with stereophonic sound. And it lasted for about a month. Because all of a sudden, here's Lubitsch's Monte Carlo. Oh my God, where am I going to find this? This doesn't play anywhere. And then this movie and that movie. Then came DVDs. You never did video discs, did you? Remember video discs? The stupidest of all. It was like a record, and you would put a needle on it and play it like a record. You could imagine how long these things lasted. You didn't update everything. I mean, people would come in and they would say, well, this just came out on DVD. Why didn't you have a copy of this? Because only 3 people in 50 years rented it. That's why. So there were certain films that they wouldn't upgrade. They went into DVD, a little bit Blu-ray, 3D TV. Good joke's on you if you bought one. That's all I can tell you. Enjoy it. I had so much fun going into the store. When I first went in there, Winnie looked at me like she was smelling something bad. The look on her face was like, who the hell is that? It took so long, because God forbid I would be friendly to the staff. It's like you're taking them away from their business, young man. Young man, I'm in my mid-40s. And it's like a Jerry Lewis movie. He's like 45 years old, young man. But I was fascinated. I was just fascinated. And I came back more times than I care to admit, just to see what was going on with Winnie. Because it was such a great circus. I don't know how many of you know this, but Winnie took a lot of guff in her day, too. Winnie, really? I'll tell you why. There were a bunch of guys that didn't want to give her the parking spaces in the back. And she fought them tooth and nail. They looked at her like, oh, Tracy Broad. Yeah, but we're going to give her all, She stood fast, and she stood up to the sexist people. And I don't know if you know this or not, Winnie owns all of Adams Avenue. Every part of it is owned. My favorite story. Who's Winnie's favorite movie star? Do we know? Look at it, she looks like Mrs. Santa Claus. Who's Winnie's favorite movie star? Charles Bronson. And I'm not talking about Dirty Dozen or Once Upon a Time in the West. I'm talking about Death Wish 4. And when I found this out, it was like pulling a thorn out of my paw. I could not believe it. Because I own all these Charles Bronson movies, but I own them for different reasons. I own them because to me it's vacation from filmmaking. Just to watch this man who can barely speak. But this is Winnie's, this is Winnie's favorite. And you think I was going to argue? All right, more about Winnie. You know this woman owns the film video store? Never saw Gone with the Wind. Never saw Citizen Kane. It's a Wonderful Life. Have you seen It's a Wonderful Life? Have you seen Wizard of Oz? Stinks. So now, I just pray to God, you're going to take time and watch somebody, and her excuse was, everybody knows about It's a Wonderful Life and Citizen Kane and Gone with the Wind. I have to go and watch films that people don't know about, so I can sit and alert them, you know, put on Winnie's picks. So in a sense, I mean, I understood the logic. It's like the first time I go someplace that I don't have a DVD on me. She brings 3 to show me up. Rented, yeah. And if they're late, you realize I have enough late fees, I put another wing on that store. But I love going in there, and I think it's terrible that it's going to end. But people say to me, what are we going to do without Kensington Video? You're going to do with them exactly what you did before Kensington Video. You're going to get out of your house and you're going to go to the movies. Because that's why we are all here. As much as we love the store and what they did for this community, were it not for movies, we wouldn't be here now. And if you're the type that sits and watches movies on your phone, movies were made to be seen in a theater with other people. And if you're going to give me this rap, oh, they don't make them like that anymore, you're full of beans. You got the Ken's going to open Wrecking Crew tomorrow. You got Deli Man out in, that's you too? The landmark of La Jolla Village. And on May 8th, you got a thing opening called Black Souls, which is one of the greatest gangster films I have ever seen. Gaslamp. Forgive me. I'm the manager of the Kenner. I don't know what I'm saying. What you did to the community, the joy that you brought to all of us, the knowledge, the learning, the education, and just the insanity and the fun of it all. My God, we're going to miss you. We are going to miss you so terribly. But Winnie says she's going to be at the park bench. And you can go and find her. You can give us whatever you want. How much longer? I can't walk into the store now. It's like looking at a jack-o'-lantern without any teeth. It's bad enough that it just has a few. Now there's none. So about May 1st is when you're out? Yeah. Maybe sooner. Can't wait. Off to Florida. I have a few more people to introduce, but I just want to tell you what you meant to me in the community. Like I said, as a brother. And just, I hope you have the sweetest, best life now, that you don't have to worry about schmucks like me coming in and going, you got this movie? You got that movie? You know, just go and have fun with your life and have a great time, because God knows if anyone in this room has earned it, it's all of you. So. Okay, tribute by Scott Marks. We did that. All right, one more big surprise. Have you all heard of the actor Robert De Niro? Oh, here. I have to throw it back to Tom. I'm sorry. Seriously, for what you've done for the community, I can't say it enough. You know, if you need my help to unload or whatever, just give me a call. Anything I can do for you. I'm going to meet you at a bar in the middle of the day next week with you, so act appropriately. Thank you all again for coming. This is a real thrill. And look, if nothing else, you got to learn how to download forums. Every movie that you want is out there. So you got, don't be the person in 1929 who said sound is never going to stay. You got to be progressive. You got to be progressive. Learn them. They're all out there, but better yet, just go to the movies. There's nothing better. And even if they stink, go back next week. You keep going. You're going to find something good. So again, thank you all for coming. Tom.